Hey, what's going on, guys? I am back in, I think it's called Thomas Park. Yeah, Thomas Park. Gonna do another hike right where I started the last one. It's up towards the Wedge again, but this time I'm going to explore the old entrance to what was called Eagle's Cave. I've never been up there before. I don't know how to get up there, but we'll see if we can make it. Anyway, let me show you where we're going. So you remember the Wedge from last week's hike? Just right there is the entrance to Eagle's Cave. Now the story is that they closed it down because it was too dangerous to get to. People were falling, and in fact one, I believe, 6-year-old boy tragically died while trying to make it up there with a group of his brother and older friends, and so they dynamited it and shut it down. So we're gonna go see what we can see up there. But look how pretty it is with all the green. It's finally a bluebird day here in Ogden, so you can really see these green colors popping. That's a nice sign of spring. Anyway, let's get up there. So we're at the top of 21st Street. My hike last week started out here as well when we went up to the Wedge and explored that area. We're going to be heading in the same direction. The Eagle's Mine, or the Eagle's Cave, is just to the north of it. A little bit steeper climb. Hopefully I can make it up there. I'm not much of a mountain climber, but I'm also going to be testing out my new toy, the Osmo Action. This one is obviously more of an action camera. This isn't really like a product review or anything, I just got it, so I wanted to check it out. Supposedly it's super stabilized and it'll be a lot of fun to use in more action sequences, I guess. But I'm shooting this on the Osmo Pocket now. I'm going to switch over to the Osmo Action. This is my first field test of it, so I'm pretty excited to check that out. But let's get hiking. Alright, this footage is from the Osmo Action. Just seeing how stabilized it is as I'm climbing up this first incline here. You can tell on the viewfinder that it's pretty stable. Anyway, it has a back viewfinder and a front viewfinder. Man, switching between toys makes it twice as long to hike. That's why I do these things by myself, so I'm not frustrating anyone. Stopping and saying, hey, let me switch, let me film, whatever. Anyway, again, I am on the Osmo Action now, and I'm kind of doing an audio test on this one. It's a little windy, but what's cool about the Action that's different than GoPros is it actually has a front viewfinder there, so I can actually see myself. If you're familiar with GoPro, you don't really know what your shot composition is when you're pointing it towards yourself, so that's one thing that I was really excited about. Again, not really a product review. This is all about hiking, but I figured during these slower parts of the hike, check it out, see how this thing works. Alright, so the Eagle's Cave is just come into view on the trail. I've headed south on the Bonneville shoreline, and now I'm going to take this cut off that heads north, and then we'll try to cut back south and make it up there. One problem with using these small pocket-sized cameras is you sacrifice the zoom, so maybe you can kind of see it right there on my fingertip. That is where we are headed, so it'll pop out more once we get closer. You can definitely, once you know what you're looking for, you can definitely see this from the freeway. It's a pretty prominent hole in the side of the mountain. This area might look familiar from my last video, hiking up through this big cottonwood here. This is a really pretty spot along the trail. Good place for shade. I'm going to take a little break. How's it going?
Thank you.
Yeah. That's one thing you got to be careful about on these trails is they're shared with bikers. So if you have a bell, that's a good thing to have when you're biking. But if you think a bell is dorky, it's good to let hikers know, you know, on your left, on your right, whatever. Just a few tidbits of trail etiquette. All right, let's head south now. Since there's no designated trailhead for this hike, I think what we're gonna do is pretty much go the same way we did to get to the wedge. I say we, like you guys are right here along with me. Technically you are, but I guess I went along to the wedge. I'm gonna head that way and then kind of cut up. I think I have to go straight up the mountain. We'll see. But it's basically right above 22nd Street. So if you're at the 22nd Street trailhead and look up, you'll be able to see exactly where I'm going. But here's a good view right now. Maybe you can pick it up. Right there to the right of the telephone pole, just below it's a nice green tree. Sorry if the wind is bad. I don't really have a wind blocker on this thing, but that's where we're headed. Alright, so for reference of where we are, there's the ramp. I don't know if in previous cuts I called it the wedge. I have this weird inclination to keep calling it the ledge, but the ramp, and then there is Eagle's Cave, right through that crevasse there. So again, don't know the best way to get up there, but I'm just gonna kind of explore this area along this ridge. Oh, went out of focus, dang it. There we go, back into focus. Explore that ridge, see what the best possible way to get up that direction. Supposedly in the 50s, they actually installed some steel ladders up in there, but then they took it back down and dynamited it, so can't wait to get closer. So I try not to blaze any new trails. That's not a good thing to do. Definitely follow designated trails. I'm a little hesitant to be on this one right now. It doesn't look like it's one that's maintained. But I kind of took it as a cutoff to get closer to where I'm going. So I promise I try not to do this. I want to preserve all the flowers and the beauty. I don't want to tread anything down. And I probably could have just taken that cutoff there. So I apologize. Anyway, we are back to where we were in our last video, making our way towards the base of the ramp, and then we have that to climb. So you can tell I'm a little winded again. Maybe as I do more of these I'll get more in shape. So I'm back on the action again. Tell me in the comments which video you like better. This is the action and previous shots, or the Osmo, or sorry, they're both Osmo, but anyway, I hear some people up here. I always get shy talking into something. Here we are back at the ramp. Know that from last video. Here's what's crazy though, is in a week's time this full-on little stream is formed. I wonder if it's from that stream that I saw on my last hike, just coming down, but let's follow it, see where it goes. It's fun to see this much water, because like I stated before, this area is pretty dry normally, so we had a good spring. Anyway, again, this is Osmo action footage. Cutting through here. I got my Osmo Pocket in my pocket. It's funny, once you start to get closer to things, the routes look less obvious. So hopefully I can find something as I come up through here. That's where we need to be. Might just be a scramble getting up there. We are back at the foot of the ramp. I don't know if you can see it, but it's just right up there. Here's a view of the valley. There's Ogden, all that fun stuff we saw last time. And this is where I need to go. So I don't know. I don't know what the best route is. I gotta be super careful. Might be able to scramble up this right here. Kind of come out on that ledge. But we'll see. I'm gonna put the cameras away while I do that so I can focus. Oops. So, going up was the easy part. Coming down might be a little bit more difficult. Might have to find a new route. So I'm back on the Osmo Pocket now. Nice panoramic view. Beautiful day out here. But this is the perils of hiking in the desert. Got poked by a cactus. Nothing serious. I think I'll survive. It's crazy how it gets itchy though when you get poked. Anyway, this is kind of crazy. That's what I just came up. Again, there might be a better route. I'm not looking forward to coming down it, but I'll just take my time and I'll keep heading up. Kind of crazy. Oh, I look like I'm in witness protection on that shot. Anyway, gotta head up this way. So one thing to know about this hike is there's a lot of loose gravel. So don't take a step until you're absolutely sure of it. That's why it's probably not a best practice to be filming and walking, but I feel like this area is a little bit more stable, so I'm taking the opportunity. But here we are getting into some little gravel fields. Definitely a place where rattlesnakes like to hang out. I've actually never seen a rattlesnake up here, believe it or not. But they are here. So I'm gonna come around this bend and see what we can see. I probably shouldn't do so much filming on the Osmo Action without first hearing what the audio sounds like. But again, this is the Action that I'm working with right now. The Osmo Pocket is in my bag. Hope to do an even mix of filming with both. Look at that cool outcropping there though. That would be fun to get out on and take a picture. Maybe I'll do that on my way back down. I love this valley though. There's the top of the ramp right up there. Another thing with the Action is the display screen's a little delayed, so with that shot right there, I probably didn't even point at what I was trying to look at. But let's keep pressing forward. I'm in this little alcove now. Got some people down there. Alright, I'm gonna switch back to the Pocket now. I feel pretty confident about where I'm at. So I'm using the pocket again, and I'm right in this little crack, I guess, or crevice. If you follow it up, here's that tree I was talking about down below, right below it here. And then right through there, I can see it, you might not be able to, but right in there is the Eagle's Cave, plural, Eagle's Cave. So I feel pretty good about where I'm at. Basically what I did is I went to the base of the ramp and then cut north. There was kind of a little, cliff face there. I'd say, oh man, don't judge me for my lack of pitch knowledge, but I'd say it was at about a 60-degree angle, and there was plenty of footholds and things like that to be able to get up to. But if you're not confident in your scrambling skills, I wouldn't recommend it. Looks like we got some people coming up here with me. I don't know if you can see them again. I wish I could zoom, but they're just right down there below. Anyway, then I came north, kind of along the ridge line. Once you get up that first little incline, it's not too bad. But then you end up in this crevasse. A little bit more of a scramble. Nothing too crazy. In fact, I don't even have to use my hands on this part, but I am concentrating. And not really any real trail here. Oops. A little clicking noise is me switching the camera around. It's on a little gimbal. But it's not really much of a trail. There you go. There is Eagle's Cave. So let's see what we can see. As you can see, the terrain is pretty crumbly. Again, just be sure of your step. You should be good. See a couple of squirrels up here. When it warms up, you'll definitely see some lizards. But I've heard that this area right here is where a lot of rattlesnakes like to hang out. But I'm in the shade and it's still pretty cool, so I'm not too worried today. But that is something that you want to be vigilant of when climbing around up here. Alright. So right around this corner is the Eagle's Cave. There you go. There's some graffiti up here. Looks like I might have to do a little bit more climbing where I'm at. But I believe this is where one of the steel ladders would have been placed. You can Google it and see an old picture on the Standard Examiner. But that's where we're going. Okay, I'm gonna put this away and climb. Oh, I don't know about this, guys. Problem is, once I get up here, I have to climb back down and get the camera. But the shot you're seeing is the Osmo action. We made it up to the Eagle's Cave. Well, this is it. Doesn't go much further than this. I guess I haven't officially entered it, but looks like a lot of people have been up here. And just like any location that people come to, for some reason they think it's fun to haul spray paint up here and graffiti. There's some vulgar ones I won't show you. But, so the story goes that this was a cave. There were some scouts, there were 3 scouts I think, ages 12 to 6. And I think the 6-year-old was the one that fell and unfortunately passed away. And so they put in the metal railings to get up here, but then when they did, more and more people came up. I don't know what happened after that, but they decided to dynamite it closed. I don't really see any evidence of that. Of course, I'm not a pyrotechnics expert, but you can tell that these rocks that I'm standing on right now did fall from the ceiling. Like, I bet if you could lift them, you could put a nice puzzle piece right back together. But that's pretty much the inside, just kind of a dirt floor there. And then this is what we see around us. Got a few ledges. Nice little V-shaped crevasse here, crevasse, whatever you want to call it. And probably some pretty fun rock climbing and scrambling, but I got my fair share of that today. I actually left my Osmo Action right down there because I don't want to climb back down and get it, so I'll grab it on my way down. Hopefully it's a 1 up and 1 down scenario. Anyway, this is it, the Eagles Cave, directly above 22nd Street. So if you are looking out from the valley up here, in fact right down there is the 22nd Street trailhead. But if you look straight up, you'll see kind of a triangle-shaped dark area in the side of the mountain. That is Eagles Cave. I'm going to hike over here and try to get a wide angle of this and head back down. There's Eagle Cave. I'm about 50 yards away right now, maybe 30, but that's the view of it. Now, it has me wondering if it was even much of a cave rather than an alcove. I didn't see any evidence of it going any deeper. If you have any information on Eagles Cave, please comment, and that'd be fun to inform everyone who watches this exactly what it was. I've heard it's everything from a mine to a cave to an Indian hangout. Just above here is another cave that we're going to explore, so stay tuned for that. Not on this video, but later on down the line. And then let me just give you an idea of where I'm at. Got a nice view of the valley here, and then right up there is where I took this picture, and that's the top of the ramp, so you can kind of see the vicinity of where we're at. Lots of cool stuff to discover up here. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little nervous about climbing back down. Maybe I'll try to take my time and find a better route. But if you're watching this, at least you know I made it down safely, or at least with the least amount of injuries as possible that will still allow me to edit this video. That's not a funny joke, but without all the filming and stuff, probably took me about a half hour to get up here, so it's easy and quick in that regard. But again, just be sure of your hiking abilities. Don't take a step that you're not sure of, and you'll be just fine. If I can do it, you can do it. Anyway, thanks for watching. I had a funny catchphrase. Let's see if I can remember it. Oh, it wasn't that funny, but I did this hike so you don't have to. There you go. Maybe that'll be my catchphrase. Let me know what you think. Anyway, have a great day. Have a great Saturday. I don't know. Maybe I'll shoot a few more things on my way down. But if not, thanks for watching.